Welcome back to the show. You're just in time for Unfiltered. So today's guest is no stranger to our show. He is a former NFL player, founder of Legacy Pro Sports, and the owner of Pure Recovery California. Here to promote his new Netflix special and book coming out this Tuesday. Please welcome to our show, Mr. Brandon Siler.
Thank you for having me, man.
Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming to our show. We had a whole
back.
debate about this Tuesday, next Tuesday, but August
We're going to
22nd.
let you
We're
win.
gonna let
This
this Tuesday.
Let them win.
This Tuesday,
Yes.
August 22nd. This Tuesday.
This Tuesday.
We got
so
it.
I want to jump and dive right into it, Brandon. So the new book, The Definition of a Leader. Tell us a little bit about what writing that was like and what is this book all about?
Well, the book is kind of an insight into my upbringing, how I became a leader, the things that I went through, the things that I learned along the way, and kind of tells you how my life kind of molded me into the leader that I become.
Okay.
So the book gives you a lot of insight and a lot of, I guess, just insight into how that became into play, you know?
Was it difficult
Wow.
writing this book, or was it?
It wasn't difficult. I think the most difficult thing about it is the people that you love and the people that are around you. You kind of have to run it by them, right?
A couple names dropped in the book.
Yes, because it's like, you know, you love these people, but the truth is these people served you in a sort of way, and it molded you a certain way in your life. When you talk about people like your mom, your dad,
Oh, yeah.
brothers,
Yeah.
you know, they make a big impact.
Yeah.
But how they make that impact and what you get out of it is sometimes a little bit surprising. I had a couple relatives that read it and they started crying. Just didn't know that they meant that much to me.
Okay.
And they meant that much to the process of me becoming an ultimate leader, you know?
That's
Wow, I'm
awesome.
definitely
I
getting me a
can't
copy.
wait to
Yeah.
read it. So you have another surprise coming out. Well, now it's no surprise. The world probably knows. It's Swamp Kings, and it'll be premiering on Netflix. But before I even ask you about it, we have a clip. Let's take a look at the video.
Let's do it.
This is a story of a kid who lost himself, and boxing saved his life.
At Florida Gator football, there's no second place trophies.
We train like soldiers.
This team had a chance to be so special, and we were so close to doing it.
It is the biggest doping scandal in sports history.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Let's clap for that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So, of course, tell us all the details. When, where, what, how did you become a part of this project? Because I really am interested in watching, especially the doping.
Yeah, so in 2006, when we won the national championship, I was the captain of that team. I was the vocal captain. I was kind of like the one guy that you said that led that team to the national championship. And in this documentary, they kind of dub into that. On the preview now, they didn't put me in there that much. But I promise you.
You were there.
I promise you
You're there.
that they meant to put me in there a lot more.
Okay.
But on
That's all
the
right.
series,
Editor dropped the ball.
on the
We'll be
series,
watching it,
yes, on the series in the first 2 episodes, I'm kind of the main storyteller, and I'm kind of the main one featured in the Netflix documentary. So you're gonna see the raw, rugged stuff that happens in the locker room,
Oh,
the
that's
conversations that
good.
happen behind the scenes. So it's gonna be crazy. I mean, people are gonna be really impressed with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the real.
It's the real
Because I
deal.
always wonder really what happens in the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, with our reputation, kind of back in the day when we was at Florida, it was kind of like a bunch of us troublemakers and thugs and all of that stuff. And then there was Tim Tebow. It was like the walking Jesus.
Yeah.
Was leading all these thugs, right? And you kind of get to see more in depth kind of how that impact worked and how we did it. Tebow looked up to me. A lot of people don't know that, right? I wasn't, you know, walking exactly the same walk that he was walking at that time. But he saw that my leadership was something that he wanted to aspire to be. So he followed me. He did the same things that I did, and I spent a lot of time mentoring him on the way to him becoming the ultimate leader for the next championship team.
You never know who's watching.
Yeah, you don't.
never know.
You don't.
So I gotta ask, you got the book, you got Pure Recovery California, Legacy Pro Sports. You got a lot going on. So what was the most challenging part about filming this documentary? Was it the production schedule and trying to juggle all these businesses and things you got going on?
Yeah, so I run 11 businesses right now. So the hardest part is trying to orchestrate it all, right? Like all of us that played in college, everybody has went in different directions.
Right.
So because of that, you're gonna have people that's gonna be in different places. They're gonna have different times that they're available. So it was kind of trying to orchestrate the whole thing. So we've been working on it for like 2 years, 2.5 years. So I'm glad to see the fruits of our labor.
The final product.
Product is out.
I love it. So working on Swamp Kings, I'm going to take you back because the Florida Gators, you were a part of all of that. Now, hearing the stories from the former athletes and the coaches, did you learn anything new doing this documentary that you didn't know before?
You know, my memory is so bad that a lot of times I do get stuff out of other people's story, and sometimes they'll say something that remind me of, oh, shoot, I do remember that happening.
Right.
But some of the things that stick out to me is I've been telling certain stories for a long time. And even like my business partner, Ryan, he said, you know, I've heard that story 15 times. But when I heard Urban tell that story, and it was 99% the same of yours, then I realized, you know what? He might not have been lying.
So you know what you're talking
I'm like,
about.
wait a minute. You're my business partner. You're most certainly supposed to be believing me.
Right.
But, you know, so Urban and Tebow and Spikes, they actually say these things out of their mouth. They tell their angle of the story. So I don't have to keep telling it over and over again. Like, I told you I did.
Yes. So the validation.
The validation.
The validation is worth it.
Yes,
That's a
it
big
is.
moment when it's validated.
Super big moment for me.
Yeah.
Are you nervous about the reception it's going to get? Are you nervous about
You know, what I'm nervous about is that everybody, when they think of our Netflix documentary, they think of all of the negative things, right? They thinking about all of the drama, right? And drama sells nowadays, right? So they want to think of all of the drama, all of the bad stuff that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But the reality is the reason that they're doing this Netflix documentary on us is because we did something just that great, right?
Yeah.
So it should be celebrated.
Yeah.
And I think Netflix did a good job of making that the focus of what we did, how we did it,
Right.
why we did it, you know, what it took to do it.
Right.
And I think those are the things that's going to be surprising to people when it comes out, because everybody's like, I hope they ain't trying to tell about when y'all was beating people up at the bar.
Hey, I heard you was a little rough.
you're a little.
Other people is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Other
I
people.
heard you was a little
Said you
rough.
was quick to throw them
I
hands
practice
back
no
in.
violence. No violence for me.
Yeah, I heard them hands was heavy back in the
Throw them
day.
hands back in the day.
Y'all, you talking about hands? Clapping hands.
That's
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, guess what? We're gonna shift gears just a little bit. We're gonna talk about hands, and this is putting hands on little ones. I'm gonna get your input on this. Take a look at this video really quick. So, pop! Now, this has gone viral on social media. That's dad just giving that little tap to his daughter who is actually twerking. And it has racked up millions of views in minutes. People are saying that the dad was out of line. Some people say it should have been more. What do you think as a dad? Do you want your little girl twerking? Daddy?
Huh? See, this why God right here blessed me with 2 boys. I'm a part of the ABC club, all boys club. Because right there, that ain't enough.
That ain't enough.
That
ain't enough?
No, he better have done more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can't be twerking. And the camera on?
Yeah.
We ain't raising no little scrippers.
I think.
No.
But see, that's what we need to hear from
Yeah.
black fathers nowadays, because you see these little girls, you see them in school,
Yeah.
they barely have any clothes on, they got full makeup on.
Yeah.
So these are the moments that make or break
Yeah, and
a young lady.
It's important. Like that is the father figure in homes. We get so kind of in tune with thinking that, you know, we got the single parent, and when you have good black fathers that are in the household, you mold your kids from a disciplinarian type of vision. Like you have to be that disciplinarian. It ain't your job to be the kid's friend, right? You could be their friend once they get older. Once they grown, you done your job. Now we can be buddy-buddy. But until then, it's my job to mold you into being the best adult that you can be.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I just hope that the dad explained why he hit her. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how some parents just beat their kids but don't really explain why they beating the kids? Y'all seen parents
I told you not to do that.
Not like that. That don't count.
That
don't count. Explaining why does not count.
I think in that instance, that little girl knew why she got popped. Yeah, you see how she turned around. She knew why she got popped because she was twerking on camera.
But a lot of people try to say there was abuse. And the only time I think it's abuse, and I saw people do this to my classmates when I was a kid, is when parents whoop the kid in front of the class. Y'all ever see somebody do that?
I've got that.
You got whooped in front of the class? Ooh.
It's not really a whooping, it's more the ruler. In Jamaica, it's more.
No, I mean like full out belt.
No,
yeah, I saw that when several of my classmates when I was a little kid. Yeah, maybe that was the South or something.
Yeah, y'all bad.
But I think what you really should look into, is how those kids turn out.
That part.
They probably are upstanding citizens.
If that's what you want to call it.
Upstanding citizens.
Look, you have kids in their bedroom planting bombs.
That's true, yeah.
Hello.
And the parent in the home have no idea what's going on in the bedroom.
Because they lock the door and say, you can't come in here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because why? The world now in government has tried to disable parents from being parents.
Yeah.
So now when the kids go out there and they're doing everything wrong, you want to prosecute the parent.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe in disciplining and whooping your child.
Yes.
That is a necessity.
It's in the
That
word.
is a necessity.
Yeah.
That's a necessity. You have to discipline your child, and in the sense of a whooping, it's great. Now I'm not saying you go put whips on your child and all of that, but a good spanking get you a long way.
Especially when your parents send you to get the switch. They used to send me. I used to run. But you can't spare the rod. I think every child is different now. Between my sons, one needed it and one didn't. Each child is different.
You were a gentle
Each
parent.
situation. Yeah, because I believe in speaking to them first. Listen, we're gonna have a conversation. This is wrong. This is wrong.
Right.
But anyhow, you don't hear that this is wrong about 10 times. You're gonna feel this is wrong.
Did when you spank, that's where you go with it, with the Jamaican accent?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
You beat the kids in patois?
What?
That's what
don't
you do.
tell you nothing. Do it time after time. You don't listen.
You have traumatized them kids.
I think what this father did is warranted. We had, like you said, it's important to have black fathers in the home.
For sure.
It needs to happen.
Yeah.
And Kris will become one soon.
Good God, Dad, give the baby right back to y'all. There you go.
We said not run away, not run away. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for coming on the show, man.
Thank y'all for having me.
In all your success. We will be looking for the book. We'll be looking to watch the Netflix series.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We got to have you back again.
Thank y'all for having me.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah. Shout out to our audience in the house today, too. We had an audience. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
And just like that, we got to get out of here. But you can catch us.
Same time, same place. Be safe until tomorrow, you guys.
Bye, y'all. Gone for the holidays, so I didn't have his little help around the house, so he came back last night.
I'm sure he was excited to get back home.
He was.
Yeah.
And so was the dog.
Oh, Tyson was gone?
Tyson has a whole jail cell. So my husband found this new cage.
Okay.
And it literally looks like a jail cell. I have to take a picture and
You
bring it
need to
tomorrow.
take a picture.
It's so sad.